Windsor, Wisconsin. It's the middle of summer. As the 4th of July celebrations come to an end, and a feeling of unease begins to consume young Chandler Halderson, albeit contrived. He would take these concerns to his local police department. However, as they begin investigations into his claim, he quickly becomes the center of the investigation itself. Chandler's web of deception begins to unravel more and more. Welcome to Criminal Aperture. Today we'll be looking at the heartbreaking case of Bart and Krista Halderson. This case starts a little while before the 4th of July weekend of 2021. Chandler's father, Bart Halderson, would call his son's school to get information regarding his transcript. This phone call would be the beginning of the final chapter for both Bart and his wife.
I'm trying to get an appointment scheduled to meet with somebody to mainly just get a copy of the transcript and also a printed copy of a certificate that was earned and other degree verification.
Okay.
How do I get that done?
Okay, for the degree, you have to download the duplicate diploma form and send it in with a check or a money order of $4 for the diploma to be mailed back to you. For the transcript, you have to go online and request it.
Yeah, I tried requesting online and we never got them. And I've spent I don't know how many times doing that at $8 a piece, so I'm not willing to do that again.
Why is not letting you request your transcript? What is it?
It's not my system, it's your system, so don't ask me questions like that.
Okay, but I need to establish the problem first before I can know how to walk you through to get it. Are you by a computer? So I can walk you through on how to get it?
I've gone through the process before. I've worked with, I tried to work with Daniel Spike to see if he can get through the information. I don't know if he's with you guys anymore, but it just seems like the ball keeps getting dropped.
Okay, I mean it's pretty easy to request a transcript.
That's what I thought too, and
you just go to the
website. It hasn't come through.
It doesn't come through they don't send it? Do you request it? Okay. Right. So we have a third party that processes it. It's called Credentials. Mm-hmm. Did you talk to Credentials?
No.
Hello?
Well, yeah.
I said, did you talk to
No, I said no. No.
Okay. So we have a third party. Hold on, let me look at your account first, okay? What is your ID number or social? So I can access your account.
No, I don't have that.
Okay, what's your first name?
Chandler, Chandler. Last name is Hald, D as in David, Erson.
It's your last name is H-A-N?
Hal as in Larry, Derson.
Okay, what's your address and your date of birth?
4595 Oak Springs Circle, DeForest, Wisconsin, 53532. Date of birth is March 15th, 1998.
Okay, so it looks like you owe a balance. You owe a balance of $2,339. So that's why you can't request them. Hello?
Yeah. Can I schedule a time to actually come in there and pay all that and resolve everything at one time?
With the payment, yeah, the payment center is open, yes. You can come in. Somebody will be there. You can make the payment. You can pay online too. They can lift the hold. You can talk to the financials. They will lift the hold, and then you can request your transfer.
How long can they do an unofficial transcript?
Yes, if you have to pay the balance though. You have to pay the balance first. Then you can obtain whatever you want to obtain.
Okay. Now, how long does it take to do an unofficial transcript from you guys?
Right away. You can download it. It's a PDF that you can download right away.
Is there a person there, an office I can go to and have them do it?
Yeah, someone can walk you through. They can show you how to obtain it. And the same as, if you call, we can walk you through. You download your own official transcript. But like I said, the balance have to be taken care of first.
Yes, I understand that part. So, do I need an appointment, or is it a place you can just go at your Truex field to get that?
You can go to the front desk at the Truex campus. You can go to the main campus. We open Monday through Friday now. So you can walk there, and then someone can help you, process the payment, call Student Financial to lift the hold, and then you can view or download your own official transcript.
You said after the payment, you said to lift the hold, you said
Yeah,
call.
it's a process. But once you make the payment, they can lift the hold right in there. Like you can tell them, you want to request your transcript, so they will lift the hold right away.
So you said I had to call somebody. Or can they do it if I stop in there?
Yeah, when you stop in, they will do it for you.
Okay. Now, if you've earned a certificate, say in that solar program,
You said
where does that get requested to?
if you earned a certificate?
Yeah.
I don't see that you earned a certificate. There were no you were taking,
oh, okay.
you were taking IT classes, right? I don't see that you were in a program.
But prior to the IT, there was a solar program too.
Yeah, but I don't see that you were Chandler Halderson. And your date of birth is March 15, 98?
98.
Okay.
Now, there was an old account that got changed to this new one, so would it be under the old account that didn't get, or did all that get transferred over?
It's soon if they match the accounts. What was your... Do you have your old account info? Like
It used to be Halderson C at Madison College.
Yeah, normally if they merge it, they'll bring everything together. Hold on, I'm checking. Okay, so the name that was on that account, what was the name of that was on that account?
It's the same name, Chandler Halderson, or you see, it's Halderson C at Madison College, edu.
Yeah, that's your username. That's Halderson at Madison College edu.
No, that's the new ad. Can you tell if those two were combined or not?
Hold on and see. No, I don't see a request for duplicate account. Normally when I type your name, it should bring overseas. Let me do it in reverse, okay? If it's Halderson C, then your first name would have been and your first name is Chandler, Chandler.
Hal. L is in Larry. Halder.
No. So when I look you up by name, if it has a duplicate account, it bring all the names that are under that account.
You see, Chandler's parents were under the impression that he was attending college and that he had a job lined up at SpaceX, and when they have a hard time getting Chandler's transcript, they inevitably confront him. When his web of deception began to unravel, you might think he would take accountability and actually do the things he said he was doing, like applying for jobs and colleges. He would instead cold-heartedly murder and dismember both Bart and Krista, then dump their bodies in different wooded areas around the town. He would spend the next days playing escape from Tarkov and sending himself messages from his mum's phone. Eventually, July 7th to be exact, he would make his way to the police station. On both the 7th and the 8th, Chandler would find himself speaking with detectives. This recording is from the 8th.
We are out with the Halderson's son and his fiance, and we'll be taking a walk around the property with them.
10-4.
Yeah, I think he was monitoring the radio, but...
It's just an old electrical connection.
Do you guys have a boat or anything up here?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to try to get in there as well to see if any of them were missing.
Boathouse? Okay.
Yeah, that's the boathouse there. I mean, everything looks still pretty closed up, like it's...
Can you tell if the latches are on from that window? Okay.
All the locks are a lot better.
Okay.
this door is the one upstairs here. That's the door. I would not think so, because that is actually like open, not even just the blinds. Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
See if we can get a ladder. No? Ah.
Sir, I didn't catch your name.
Oh, Mitchell.
Mitchell. Because otherwise, I mean, we probably could get in if you wanted us to. Obviously, there'd be some damage. We'd try to minimize it as best we could. But
Yeah, no, I think that honestly at least makes sense at this point.
Yeah, to be safe rather than sorry.
Yeah,
and,
pretty
I mean,
much.
yeah, we're not going to drive a truck through a wall, but no, unfortunately, if it's locked, we would have to do something. But
Yeah, I wouldn't expect the locks to be crazy strong anymore at this
Okay.
point.
Is it just the padlock on the front door?
Yeah, it's just a padlock. On
okay,
the front door.
yeah, and I have a
Wondering-
pry bar, and we might have some other options to. Yeah, a lock is a lot cheaper to replace than the wall, but yeah, let's maybe take a look at the boathouse and.
Same thing down here, it's just a padlock, but there is a window, but it's kind of tall, so it's
Okay.
See like that? I don't know what that is.
It's like sunflower seeds.
Yeah. That wouldn't be theirs.
Okay.
Say
It's
that
kind
one.
of old too.
Yeah, it looks pretty old.
Do you, based on, I guess, your experience with the property, do like a lot of people walk the shoreline, or I know there's the campground and stuff? Is that like common for people to kind of wander?
I guess it's hard to say because not when we're here at least. but
Sure.
It's possible. I guess they do when we're not here.
Yeah.
The other thing was a 6-pack beer koozie ring holder. Looks also kind of old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and to be, depending if your parents only come up here a couple times a year, if the neighbors know that, and you have a nice little beach here, they might just kind of poach on your little territory here.
Windows on this side, and it's definitely not going to be easy to look into.
Oh, sure, it's way up there. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see for a ladder. Do you want to even know if you have a bolt cutter in your squad by chance?
I do not need a bolt cutter, but yeah, I got a pry
I got a pry bar, yeah. Well, you can grab that, we can go from there. That window is interesting.
Yeah, I just told him to. I was telling him that I don't see a bunch of flags.
Right.
I'm not too concerned.
No. Keys work for the locks, so we did have to, we popped the one off the shed and the boathouse.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary in the shed. I can give you these back here. The boathouse, it looks like I guess I'm not sure how many, there's a John boat and a canoe in there, and then there's some like pool noodles, inflatable inner tubes.
Okay.
I don't know if how many boats are supposed to be in there, but
My brother seemed to have thought there should have been 2 boats in the canoe. So
Okay.
Let's take a look.
yeah, absolutely.
Put cement down.
Does your family do any other property like up here or in the area at all? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and that boat's always there too. And it looks like there is another second one behind it.
Oh, there. Oh, yep. You're right. There is. Okay.
Yeah, this looks pretty standard.
It's pretty normal. Okay. So I know. I guess I don't know a ton of details about everything that's gone on or going on. I guess my understanding is they're believed to be with another couple.
Someone else, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who.
Okay, I was gonna see if you knew who they were, if because we could always look and see if they own property up here in the area.
I have to assume it's someone they know and does own property up here.
Okay.
He said his brother texted him that they did make it safely to White Lake.
But they never specifically said cottage, like our cottage ever. Out of like reading back through stuff, they just said we're going up north. We made it to White Lake.
Okay.
And you said they were going to see the.
They were going for the 4th parade
Sure. Okay.
in White Lake.
Okay.
10-4-9-4.
Any other, like you said, the family doesn't have any other property, but any other relatives or anything that you know of up here? Not up here. Okay.
Go ahead, 423.
Or medical treatment. Said he was good and became agitated. 10-8.
10-4.
Do you know, did they have any friends, like they might have gone to their cabin in the area? I mean, up in the forest or O'Connell? Or?
I have to assume they came up to someone else's cabin, but I don't know who. I wouldn't know anyone else with one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you said most of their friends are still in town, back at your hometown.
Yeah, all the ones we could think of that they would come up here with.
Okay.
But I guess we were thinking they came here. I don't know anybody else that has a cabin up here.
Sure.
Even up this way, like I said, in the forest, O'Connell.
Yeah, there's a lot of backwoods lakes, and yeah. This is probably a dumb question that you've been asked, but have you tried like phone con? Has anybody been able to get a hold of them, or? Okay.
Go straight to voicemail.
Sure. Do you know if they tried like pinging their phones at all?
Not mine, at least.
Well,
There.
your brother said at some point that he signed off the phone sometime,
I'm hoping
but
they can
we
do
haven't
phone
heard
records.
anything about
Sure.
them
Okay.
trying to get a hold of their phones.
Sure. And yeah, that's probably something they're working on like a phone ping, trying to get a location of where it's at, but. And then, do you know, does the family own property across the road too? I thought I had heard or saw that somewhere that,
I think so. I think they own a bit of it.
okay.
Mom owns a bit across the street.
Just wooded though? Is it?
Yeah, there's nothing out there.
Okay.
For us. Like,
That's what it shows on the
buildings,
map.
there's no buildings out there.
Sure. Okay.
And they would prefer to stay in their cabin as opposed to coming up and sleeping on the ground, I assume, so they're not
Yeah.
tent camping.
You said your dad wasn't much of a hunter or a fisher either.
He doesn't hunt, but he does fish.
Okay.
That's not like he doesn't own a boat to go fishing or anything
Yeah, he
like
doesn't
that.
fish
He
boats.
fishes from like
Just,
the shore.
yep, okay.
We're gonna check out the front shed to see if those jerry can things with him.
Oh yeah, his brother said that they got gas cans ready for them to go. So he said they would be by the shed if they brought them here.
Okay, that's good to know, yeah.
Check out.
Before I forget too, I'll give you my card
Thank
for
you.
up here. It's got my phone number, email, anything on there.
The investigation hits a minor roadblock as the cabin yields few clues, leaving more questions than answers about the parents' disappearance. An eerie silence surrounds the case and the truth remains elusive. For now. Until. Human remains are located on a rural property in Cottage Grove. More specifically, the torso of a middle-aged man determined to be Bart Halderson. He was missing his legs, arms, and his head. Chandler and his girlfriend Melinda are asked to come down to voluntarily speak with detectives. Since they've already found Bart's torso, Chandler is arrested. His girlfriend is cleared of any criminal wrongdoing following her interview with investigators.
In the morning, I'm a little worried about my family. I think I called my mom. Oh, throughout I've called, I don't know the times though. Throughout the weekend, I mean. But I called my mom, I believe, in the morning. There's along those lines, and I get a text from her. It was a text message. It wasn't even my message, so I assumed. She said White Lake today, so she sent it that day. I couldn't figure out where she was because it was a text. There was no iMessage, so I kind of just like left it at that. They're safe. They're alive. Then gets to the afternoon. I'm talking to Dan. I call him up and I ask him, well, what he's doing. Or maybe that was the morning, but I called Dan that Sunday. Asked him what he's up to, if he wanted to hang out. He's like, I don't like being alone at the house very long.
And Dan is mom's coworker / friend?
Yeah, he's this guy. Go over there. He invited me for fireworks in his driveway.
You said yesterday he lived in DeForest or Windsor, one or the other?
Yeah, close. Okay. I can point it at a map.
One or the other, I think.
So, throughout the day, the dogs, it's just me and the dogs, the fireworks, and the dogs are like running around and into things. I'm trying to keep them okay. All they're doing is knocking stuff over, spilled their water. They haven't eaten. They won't go outside for me. Even on a leash, I couldn't get them out.
What was the deal with that?
Fireworks.
Oh, the fireworks are spooking them so much.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
So I put them both into the Ford, cranked the TV.
Did that seem to help at all with them?
Yeah, the loud TV helped. Rizzo doesn't like, or maybe does like New Girl, the TV show, so we watched that. It's the theme song that gets her, I think. She barks. So we watched that. Izzy fell asleep, so Izzy's the old dog, the older one. So it was Sunday evening, Kat comes by to help me with the girls.
So she wasn't there during the day?
No, it was just me and the dogs. She left Sunday morning. Okay. No, she left Saturday morning because I spent Saturday by myself.
I see that.
And then Sunday, it was just me and the girls till whenever Kat got there. We didn't eat together, I don't think. No, this is Sunday. So I went to Kat's house.
On Sunday?
So that was Sunday morning is when I left the girls. So all of Sunday morning, I had the girls in the fort and watched New Girl. I went to Kat's house Sunday to eat, but we ended up not eating there. We went to Cress's house. It's Cottage Grove or Cascade? No, Cedarburg. It's a sea town area.
Okay. So where is it? Near?
I've never.
Cress.
Cress.
Oh, Chris. So Cress is
You've
just
seen her on my phone.
Yeah, I saw the calls to her. That's your
helps me out with everything.
Cat's
mom's girlfriend.
Okay.
I try to talk to her as much because she's like, I don't know, wise, and she really helps me with what's going on with me. Because I've been in a slump, I'd say.
Okay.
But
all right. So went to Cat's house Sunday to eat. What time do you think you went over there?
Food at 3:30. That's what they said.
So about 3:30 you went over to Cat's?
Oh, I was at Cat's well before. I was at there noon.
Okay.
Noon, let's say.
Noon. Where does Cat live?
The east side?
East side of Madison?
Yeah.
Okay. You know I'm sure I could look it up, but do you know the road at all or anything?
Taffliger? Or Andrew Lane? Taffliger?
Okay. I'll look it up, that's fine. So you met her Sunday about noon. What'd you guys do at her place?
Well, she realized my legs, I wouldn't be able to do stuff with them. So her brother, and her brother's date went to a thrift store while she had me sleep. She just put me to bed and they went. And then they get home around 2:30. Kat and I rush back to my house, let the girls out, and we go back straight to the farm.
Okay, were you at the farm before you went to let the dogs out, or?
No, we were at Kat's. It's like a duplex.
So Kat's house Sunday around noon. You went to sleep with Kat, her sister,
her brother,
Kat's brother,
and his date.
Okay, sorry about that. Went to a thrift store.
Then we went to Cress's, and we ate. After that, James left after dinner, leaving his date with us, and we took a swim. After the swim, we left, went to Kat's house to drop off his date. The date stayed at Kat's house. I think the date is Rose, maybe, is what her name was.
Rose. Had you ever met her before?
No, this was a Tinder match from her brother, Kat's brother.
Okay. What time do you suppose you guys went to Cress's house? So got to Kat's around noon, went to sleep.
We got back.
Okay.
Kat and I went to my house to let the dogs out, then we left. I think we got gas. And then we went to Cress's. So I'd say we got to, it was maybe 4 when we got there. We were late for dinner. But it was good because they were still setting up.
Where'd you guys get gas at? Do you remember that?
One of the quick trips in town. I can't remember. I'm sorry.
When you say in town, are we talking DeForest, Stone Prairie?
DeForest, it had to be.
Okay.
I think we got, I'm still not super sure, but I know we were doing something on the way, or we didn't do something. I thought we were going to do a return, but I'm jumbling it right now, so just have that. We went to my house and back to Cress's. We were late.
Okay.
For dinner.
What were you guys driving? Were you in your...
Kat's red Subaru.
Okay. Was she driving or you?
She drives that. Kat's her car.
Red Subaru, you said?
Yeah. It's at my house right now.
Oh, okay. And you rode with her?
Yes.
Where'd you guys go for a swim?
There's like a little pool up at the Cress's house.
Oh,
she's been helping me with my walking and everything, and they get me there.
Okay. Is it indoor or outdoor?
Outdoor.
It must have been nice with how hot it has been.
Yeah, they got something fancy to heat it from the sun.
Okay.
But that was the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Then we went back to around 6, no, later. Maybe 7. We went back to Kat's apartment, dropped off Rose, got Kat's dirty or wet clothes. She had wet clothes because she was going to dry them, and we went to my house together.
So Rose got dropped off at Kat's?
Yeah, the duplex in the east side.
Okay. Was James with you guys at that point, or?
No, James left after dinner around 4:35.
Oh, okay. Was he not getting along with Rose, or?
No, he had work.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. Working on the 4th of July.
Something
So did Rose get dropped off at Cat's duplex then?
Yes. We'll refer to Cat's house as a duplex.
Yep.
Cress is the farm.
Yep.
We grow berries.
Yep.
My house is my house. That's how we refer.
Gotcha.
Where are we?
Sunday night about 7.
Sunday night
Rose
about
off at
7. We
Cat's.
get Rose dropped off. We get to my house. And then we go to my house in DeForest, Windsor. We feed the girls. We put her clothes that she brought, the wet stuff, in the dryer because that's what she needed to do. We get her clothes dry. That's after we get back, actually. And then we go to dance.
Okay.
For the fireworks. Like he asked us to come by 8:30. For some reason, I was trying to leave, but I was making a joke about it that we're gonna be late, like stuff like that, goofy crap. I drove to dance.
Okay. Which car were you guys in?
My dad's Subaru. It's a blue.
The one in the garage.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Then we get there. We stay for 45 to an hour. That's how I got the bottle rocket marks.
Show me those again.
That
Oh,
the sparks.
Sorry, you said
And I
open
think
them
this
or
was a
something?
wad or something that flew back.
Shot back out of it.
Yeah, that one stuck in for a little bit. That's why it's so bad, but these are sparks.
Okay.
Those are at dance house you got those?
Yes.
At dance.
I didn't know the stick. You don't hold the stick. The stick flies with it.
Oh, sure.
I didn't know.
So you're over at Dan's house about 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, get my hands a little bit. We find a firework that it spins and takes off, and it went straight to the bush. So we were like, no more of that. We're done.
Did it light the bush on fire?
No, thankfully it wasn't hot enough for that.
Good.
After that, we cleaned. I gave him a bottle of wine as a thank you for letting us come. Thankfully, I still have a couple bottles at home. While we're there, Dan had a few beers. His girlfriend was there, or fiance, or wife. I'm not sure the relationship, but she was there.
No name?
Never got her name. Just Dan's girlfriend. She's got purple hair. She's IT at MATC. The school's own IT.
Okay.
Anybody else there?
Just the two of us, and then the neighbors watched. One to our left and one across the street. One group. The one across the street had some cooler stuff than I've ever seen a person be able to own, firework-wise. But there we are. And then someone in the distance, kind of closer to our house, launched a mortar, artillery firework. And then I was like, okay, we have to go home for the dogs. So we went. And that was pushing 9:30, 9:45. We got home. We got into the couch fort. And put on Daybreak was the apocalypse show. Daybreak. I put on that because we're trying to finish it.
On Netflix?
Yes. This is Kat and I still.
Yep.
She was spending the night. The whole time, dogs are pushing me, nosing me, and everything. And so we kind of stop and stop watching, and she goes to bed. I'm trying to let the dogs out, or at least go back in a little bit. But the fireworks, they couldn't. When we get to bed upstairs in my room, because she doesn't like the couch, and she had work in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'd say that's 10-ish, 10 to 10:30, and the whole time the younger dog keeps jumping on us. So I leave Kat in the bed, and I go sit down in the couches and chairs down by the real dinner table. I go sit there and just hang out with the dogs so Kat can get asleep.
Where we first started talking last night?
Yes.
Like the
main
kitchen,
door.
dining room, and the couches? Okay, gotcha.
I sit down there so Kat can get some sleep because I don't work tomorrow. She does. Then I put the ladder in front of those steps so the girls can't come up. They pee on the kitchen, the tiles, so I clean that, and like, well, at least they went before bed, you know. It wasn't the worst thing. They're not going to go outside.
Yeah.
Then I go to bed. Then it's Monday morning. Cat goes to work 7:50-ish, maybe earlier. Then I'm left to myself, so we put on New Girl in the couch for it on Monday morning. I go back and forth through some video games, and then back. Video games. Back, and then
Those don't like to stand up very good.
okay, I'm sorry, I'm trying to stretch a little bit while I'm sitting. Hurts. So New Girl, video games. This is Monday. Again later, I have a little bit to eat for lunch. Well, at the end of the day on Monday, I did go for the afternoon. I did go to the farm to talk to Cress and Kat's mom. I told them what's happening with my health because I had the appointment at 2.
Did you go to the farm before or after?
After, because I told them what happened to me. And
Chandler is arrested for providing false information regarding a missing person to police. During the course of the investigation, a litany of evidence is uncovered in a short amount of time. These pieces of evidence would include the tools used to dismember Bart and Krista found in a drum barrel in the woods, bone fragments found in the fireplace, and a week after Bart is found, Krista's remains are also found. Just like Bart, she had been dismembered, head, arms, and legs separated from her torso. Key witnesses would place Chandler in the areas where Bart and Krista's body were found. And another key witness who assisted investigators and actually gifted the murder weapon to Chandler would testify against him in court, tying Chandler to the gun used to shoot Bart and Krista, further solidifying his fate.
To Wisconsin, or to the United States, did your frequency of playing video games with Mr. Halderson, did it increase, decrease, stay the same?
Increase, sir. I was in the same time zone.
Okay. And would you continue to play the same types of games?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is there any specific weapons that Mr. Halderson liked when he was playing these games?
It really depended on what we were playing. On Tarkov, or Escape from Tarkov, what's the game was called, it would range for realistically to whatever we could find inside the video game, because not everything was necessarily easily to collect, but the SKS was certainly a weapon that was fun to use in Tarkov and was something that I had grown interest in as well.
And around this time, after you came back to the United States, did you learn anything more about where Mr. Halderson was in life? Had jobs changed, school changed, or was things the same for him?
Essentially, what I understood was he was still going to college, and he at some point had gone back to Windsor, or I think it's called Windsor, and had started working for some company installing solar panels or working on contracts for solar panels.
Okay. At any point in your discussions with Mr. Halderson, did he get another job, or was that the last job you knew him having?
As far as I know, that was it, sir.
At some point, you decided to come visit Chandler.
Yes, sir.
Whenabouts was that?
Sometime during, I think it was June, sir.
Of this past year?
Yes.
In generally, how did that come about? Did he ask you to come up? Did you decide to come up?
So it was one of those last-minute decisions I was able to make, sir. So my wife had ended up going to visit family in Ohio, and she was going to be gone for 2 weeks. So I went and looked at how many points I had. I was able to take off work, and I went and called off work that day so I could come up and have a weekend with driving up there and then spending 2 days with him, sir.
Had you ever been to Wisconsin before?
No, sir.
It's a long drive up here?
No shit. Yes, sir.
It's okay. So everyone slips up. I'm showing you what's been marked in this case as exhibit number 392. Is that you and Chandler up here?
Yes, sir.
All right. And I'll just move 392 into evidence. I'll just show it to the jury if that's okay, Judge.
Any objection?
No objection.
It's received. You may publish.
Where'd you stay when you were up here with Mr. Halderson?
In their family home in the basement, sir.
Did you meet his parents?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you were up here, what kind of things did you do for fun? Where'd you go?
So we went swimming at some river at some point, and then we went and drove around to the different department stores, and we're looking at weapons and all that. So we went to Cabela's. We went to, I want to say it was Bass Pro, but that doesn't sound right. I know we went to Gander Mountain, and then we went to like 1 or 2 other places, but I can't remember what they were.
Showing you a photograph labeled exhibit number 563. Did you take that picture?
Yes, sir.
And what is that?
The river, sir.
That you went swimming?
Yes, sir.
And who took you there?
Chandler and his girlfriend at the time.
Right. I'll move 563 into evidence.
No objection. It is received.
And I asked the publisher on the Elmo. Actually, it's not set up right now. I'm just going to show everybody. Was that a river or a lake you were swimming at?
River, sir.
And was there a city across the street or across the river from there?
Yes, sir, and there was a bridge on the right.
Having never been to Wisconsin before, you don't know exactly what river that was or where you were?
I'm just here, sir.
Okay. How long did you stay up here with Chandler and the family when you came to visit?
So I got up there on Saturday morning, right around 5 a.m., I think, and then I stayed there until Sunday evening around 1700, and then went and departed and was able to arrive back home on Monday around 2 or 4 in the morning, somewhere between, sir.
When you visited Wisconsin to see Chandler, you brought him a gift.
Yes, sir.
What did you bring him?
I brought him a 20-inch barrel SKS.
How did you acquire this gun?
So I had purchased it on a gun broker, and I went and had it sent to my FL, and then I went and sat in the FL until I went and did the FL transfer. So I purchased it initially because I was like, oh, well, I like it in the video game, I might like it in real life, and then I fired it, sat in my safe, and then I never touched it again, and then it just dawned on me like, well, I'm gonna give it to someone who might actually appreciate this weapon and take care of it and all that, so I ended up just giving it to Chandler as a gift.
Okay. So while you like guns, you didn't particularly love this gun?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna show you what's been marked as exhibit number 391. You know what that document is?
Yes, sir. It's a FL transfer paperwork, sir.
And you've been saying the phrase FFL, correct?
Yes.
What does that mean?
That's a federal firearms license holder.
Meaning someone who's licensed to sell firearms and fills out paperwork.
And does the correct background checks and such.
Got it. I'll move 391 into evidence.
No objection. It is received.
This document has your signature on it and the person who sold it, their signature, correct?
Yes, sir.
And it has the serial number of the weapon that you purchased.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Now, when you gave the gun to Chandler, did he pay you for it?
No, sir.
It was a gift.
Yes, sir.
Did you document in any way transferring that gun to him?
Yes, sir.
How did you choose to? Did you fill out paperwork like this?
I took his photo ID that the state issued him, and I took it right next to the serial number, annotating that this was me giving this weapon to this individual, so that way, if anything like this would occur, that it wouldn't necessarily come back to me.
Okay. It was important to you to document that?
Most times it is, yes.
Okay. So I'm showing you what's been marked as exhibit number 393, 394, and then maybe a more zoomed in version, which is 564. Do those all appear to be just general versions of what you did there?
Yes, sir.
And so these are Chandler's driver's license and the serial number of that weapon?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll move 393, 394, and 564 into evidence.
No objection. They are received.
And I'll publish them to the jury just by showing it, if that's fine with everyone. Okay. So I'm showing first this one. This is Chandler's ID, and then you put it up next to that serial number.
Yes, sir.
Another version, zoomed in, same thing.
Yes, sir.
And then the actual serial number zoomed in a little bit closer.
Yes, sir.
Can you read the serial number for us of this gun from the zoomed in picture?
Yes, sir. 1017948 Papa.
Okay. So 1017948 Pete, Paul. Okay. Had Chandler asked you for this gun, or was this just your idea?
I think he had at one point asked for it as a joke, but mostly it was my idea, sir.
Okay. You brought him other things that go with the gun?
Yes, sir.
What type of things?
So I had brought him a steel canister that had contained roughly 480 rounds of 7.62 by 39 steel case tool ammo.
And is that the ammunition that goes with that weapon?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And showing you what's been marked, exhibit 395, 396, 397. Do those appear to be that canister of ammunition?
Yes, sir.
And are you fairly confident that's the one you brought?
Well, I mean, I'm the only weirdo that stencils his ammo cans, so yes.
You put those stencils on there?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'd move 397, 395, and 396 into evidence.
No objection. They are received.
And I'll move to publish to 396.
Yes, of course.
And so, showing the jury this picture, when you say you stenciled this ammo can, what do you mean by that?
So I've got plenty of different kinds of rounds in my home, so I'll go and have different cans for them, and I take a spray can, I'll buy the stencil so I can make sure I know what I'm grabbing if I need something before I go to the range, so I'm not running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to figure out what can goes to what.
So this yellow paint that says 762 by 39, that's you that stenciled that on there?
Yes, sir.
And briefly, just showing you exhibit number 398, 399, 400, 401. Do all of those appear to be the ammunition that was inside of that can?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll move 398 through 401.
No objection. They are received.
And I'd move to publish. I'll publish just for purposes of just showing the jury something, 398 and 400.
Very good.
And these are just those ammunition.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There was a lot of ammunition.
A bit.
How did Chandler react when you gave him the gun?
Oh, he was happy.
What do you mean? But how do you know he was happy, or how do you know that?
Because he had a big smile on his face when I had given it to him as a gift.
Were you aware whether his parents that he was living with were gun people or wanted guns in their home?
As far as I knew that, or what I was explained by Chandler, was that his parents understood the reason why firearms exist in this world. And not that they necessarily support having them, but they're helpful in situations.
Sure. To your knowledge, did Chandler have any guns?
As far as I knew, he told me that he had owned a AR-15 with a barrel extension that had to be welded on or something like that. And it was kind of looked like an M16 almost.
Did you ever see that gun?
He had showed me a picture of it on on the app called Discord, but I don't have any documentation of that.
When you were here in Wisconsin, did you ever see any guns in the Halderson house?
I think I asked about it, but I think he said that they had it at the wherever their cabin was.
What did Chandler do with the gun? Were you able to figure out where he put it in the house?
Yeah, he had initially, so if you would walk down the flight of stairs in the basement, you would look left, there was like a little wood pile, and he had stuck it in the middle section there because it was, I understood that they might not be happy about having this firearm. So, but he had told me he was going to be moving soon to do a career in SpaceX in Florida, so he was just going to take it with him and move out there with it.
Were there any magazines that came with the gun?
Yes, sir. 3.
How many?
3.
And those all went with that gun?
Yes, sir.
Were they loaded when you gave them to him?
Not initially, sir.
How did they become loaded?
I think we were bullshitting with the magazine, sir, and both of us were like, he was asking me how to load it, so I was like, oh, and I was showing him how to pack the magazine.
Sure. Aside from, and I think we've got it, but aside from the gun, the 3 magazines, the ammo can, and then the 400 some rounds of ammunition, was there anything else related to the gun that you gave to Chandler?
The optic that came on the weapon.
The sight, for most people. If people aren't gun people, what's an optic?
It's the same thing, essentially.
If I showed you that gun, would you recognize it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're not going to touch it. The detectives, in fact, are going to touch it, but it's already been received into evidence.
Roger.
In this case. So this is Detective Shunk, who I think you've met in this case. Does that appear to be the weapon that you gave to Chandler?
Can you flip it over? Yes.
And looking at this zoomed in picture of the serial number from the driver's license photo, You can stand up if you need to. Would you confirm to me if that's the serial number, in fact, on that weapon? I think just because you weren't speaking into the microphone, because I asked you to stand up, that last response was yes, that is the serial number?
Yes, sir.
The magazines themselves, would you recognize those if you saw them?
Yes, sir.
How so?
Well, I don't remember. My brain doesn't always work correctly sometimes, but I can remember most things for firearms. So I know two of them should be made by ProMag, and then one has a metal bottom with some black screwed up something on it.
When you gave Chandler the 3 magazines, and obviously there's one gun, but there's 3 magazines, there's a good deal of ammunition, several hundred rounds. Were
400,
you
480.
480. Were you giving him everything you had related to that gun?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you have any reason to keep any of the other things?
No, sir.
Okay. Just 1 second, we're going to show you some other stuff.
Gotcha.
And this might take a second. And again, you'll notice the detective's wearing gloves, so he'll show you anything and he'll turn things around if you ask him, but we'll have to ask you not to touch anything.
Roger.
Just so the jury knows, because of the break that we had in suspending the trial, I asked the detectives to reseal all of the evidence boxes since we weren't going to be able to access them for a number of days. And that's the process that's happening at this time.
And so, can you flip that box over for me? Showing you what's been marked as 288, does that appear to be a magazine consistent with what you gave Mr. Halderson?
Yes, sir.
And what defining characteristics are on that magazine that lead you to believe that is in fact one you gave him?
The big ugly splotch on the bottom of the magazine, sir.
All right, and I'll have the detective display that to the jury. All right, and so we're going to do the same process with the next 2. And the next exhibit we're going to deal with is 289. Again, same process. We're showing you 289. You can ask that be moved any way you'd like. Does that appear to be consistent with the magazine that you gave Chandler Halderson?
Yes, sir.
And would that fit into the SKS rifle that you just looked at?
Yes, sir.
We'll go to the next one. And while the detective's pulling out the next one, the last one, which I can touch the outside, is Exhibit 288. You yourself have fired this gun in the past?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware exactly how much ammunition you gave to Chandler?
Yes, sir.
How much?
The box ammo that I have purchased had 500 rounds in it, sir. I've shot roughly 20, didn't enjoy the firearm, and gave him 480 rounds.
And when you say 480, is that an estimate, or do you know that to be exact?
That should be precise.
While you were here in Wisconsin with Chandler, did you all fire the weapon?
No, sir.
Showing you that exhibit. You can ask for it to be moved any way you'd like.
Yes, sir.
Is that consistent with the magazine you gave Chandler?
Yes, sir.
Did you discuss with Chandler when you gave him the weapon in June of this past year anything more about what he was going to do with it, other than I think you said he was going to move to Florida with his new job? Anything else? Did you discuss? Was he going to go hunting? Anything like that?
I don't believe so, sir.
You said you visited him over the course of a couple days. Did you give it to him right away or later on in the weekend?
I think it was either Sunday that I gave it to him, or it was some day on Saturday that I gave it to him.
After you gave it to him and he placed it, I think you said was it under boards?
It was so it was almost like a bench like this, but there's a hollow center that had stuff stacked inside of it, and he just kind of shoved it in there since there was stuff blocking the front path of it from view.
Do you know where? Did the gun ever come out after he put it in there? Did you ever see it again?
We could have, sir. I think we could have played around with it, just showing how it works. And like, keep in mind, I had this weapon for a couple months, just had it sit in my safe, so I've had plenty of time to figure out a little bit of the ins and outs of it. So.
Did he place? Do you know where Chandler placed the magazines or the ammo box?
I don't recall, sir.
Okay. Did Chandler tell you anything more about his job at SpaceX?
Not really, sir. Just that he had an opportunity that he was looking forward to.
You left at some points and you continued talking to Chandler, playing video games after you went back home?
Yes, sir.
At some point, did Chandler suffer some sort of injury?
Yes, sir.
What do
As
you know
far
about
as
that?
I know, he went down the stairs and had fell somehow and screwed up his head or his neck.
And did that injury, according to Chandler, did that end up impacting his job or anything like that?
As far as I knew, so it seemed that because of the injury, he wasn't going to be able to take a flight out to Florida to do this SpaceX thing. But other than that, he didn't really explain what was wrong, just that he wasn't going to be able to fly out there and he wasn't able to look at computer screens or anything like that with so much blur on the screen or motion blur.
Did you find out at some point that Chandler's parents were missing?
Yes, sir.
How did you find out?
It was shortly after the 4th of July, when I had came back from Texas from visiting my other buddy, he had gave me a sort of, not hysterical per se, but a pretty upsetting call that his parents hadn't got back to him or he hadn't seen them.
And then the cadence of things was this was after the head injury?
Yes, sir.
Did Chandler tell you anything about the head injury in terms of specifics about what was going to happen or how
He
severe
told
it
me
was?
that he would have to wear a neck brace and that they were supposed to drill a hole in his head or something like that to alleviate some sort of pressure.
Did you talk to Chandler about his parents being missing?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about those conversations.
Well, day one when he told us, because he had told me and my friend that he's friends with that I visited when I was down in Texas, he told us that they had been missing, so we both suggested to him that, hey, if this is really a big concern for you, you might want to contact law enforcement immediately.
Okay. What did Chandler say to that?
He said, well, they might turn up, so I'll just wait a few days, and so it goes.
After that conversation, do you recall having any other conversations with Chandler about his parents being missing?
Just talking about how or where they could have ended up at or what was going on with the situation.
Was Chandler expressing worry to you or that he was concerned?
He seemed concerned, yes.
At some point, sure, and obviously now you're aware that Chandler was arrested for what happened.
Yes, sir.
You began having to have some conversations with law enforcement because a gun that was found very close to Bart Halderson, Chandler's father, was that gun that we just showed you. And so law enforcement started talking to you, right?
Yes, sir. Well, I had reached out to them immediately upon figuring out that he had been arrested.
You've been cooperative with law enforcement the whole time, haven't you?
I'm not going to be a broken piece of glass, sir.
Meaning you'll help if you need to?
Yes.
Okay. The police, in fact, visited you down in where you live at some point.
Yes, sir.
You, when asked, had given them access to things like bank records or your phone and things of that sort?
Yes, sir.
And you provided photographs whenever you could?
Yes, sir.
Why was that important to you to assist?
Well, to put it bluntly, sir, I served in the Army, and I'm not going to get fucked for something that I didn't do.
Where were you? July 1st, July 2nd, 2021?
Crystal Beach, Texas, sir.
In fact, what is Exhibit 566?
Looks like my bank statement, sir.
And where's that bank statement show that you are?
So if you follow this down, so you can see that I went and did some sort of purchase at a gas station at Texas at 7:02. Then follow this down, 7:02 Lufkin, Texas. And then keep following it down. You can see 7:02 Crystal Beach, Texas. Keep following it down. You can see Lufkin again, sir. And then Crystal Beach, sir. And then more purchases at Crystal Beach, Texas, sir. And then a few interspersed things that my wife had been purchasing at Dollar Tree, apparently.
And where was she at?
She was in Manhattan still, sir, or Junction City, sir.
Junction City. And in all of these purchases, and this is a bank statement from the 1st, looks like through the 10th, there's not a single one from Wisconsin, correct?
No, sir.
Nothing from Illinois? No?
No, sir.
Iowa?
No, sir.
Minnesota?
Unless I have the power of God to teleport, sir, I don't think that's going to occur.
Understood. I'll move 566 into evidence.
Any objection? It's received.
I don't think it needs to be published. Your bank statements can just be right there.
Has information been redacted?
They have been redacted if ultimately.
All you can see is how broke I am.
That's fine. And in fact, at times, you're aware that the police verified your location in other ways, phone records and things of that sort.
I'm sure they did, sir.
Yeah. You were never in Wisconsin in July of 2021.
No, sir.
One second. Thank you, sir.
Cross-examination?
After short deliberation, Chandler would be found guilty of all 8 charges that were brought forth against him. 2 counts, one for Bart and one for Krista, of first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, hiding a corpse, and the initial charges of providing false information concerning a missing person. Chandler's heinous crimes will now be met with a lifetime of reflection and confinement, a stark reminder of the severity of his actions and the consequences that follow. Even though the perpetrator was a relative, the rest of Bart and Krista's families can now begin to heal, knowing that he will face permanent incarceration.
All rise for the jury.
Please be seated. Juror number 6, by all indications, you would be the foreperson. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Sir, did the jury reach verdicts on all counts in this matter?
We did.
Could you please give Randy the folder? The verdict form on count 1, as signed by the presiding juror and dated today, reads, "We, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as to Bart A. Halderson, as charged in count 1 of the amended information. As to the verdict form for count 2, as signed and dated, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of providing false information about a missing person as to Bart A. Halderson, as charged in count 2 of the amended information. Verdict form for count 3, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of mutilating a corpse as to Bart A. Halderson, as charged in count 3 of the amended information. Verdict form for count 4, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of hiding a corpse as to Bart A. Halderson, as charged in count 4 of the amended information. The verdict form for count 5, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as to Krista R. Halderson, as charged in count 5 of the amended information. The verdict form for count 6, as signed and dated by the foreperson, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of providing false information about a missing person as to Krista R. Halderson, as charged in count 6 of the amended information. The verdict form as to count 7, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of mutilating a corpse as to Krista R. Halderson, as charged in count 7 of the amended information. And finally, the verdict form for count 8, as signed and dated, reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Chandler M. Halderson guilty of hiding a corpse as to Krista R. Halderson, as charged in count 8 of the amended information. I will note for the record that the jury also returned the 8 verdict forms that read not guilty and that those do not bear any signature or date, as well as returning the jury instructions. Let me inquire of you, and I'll use initials. Ms. B, are the verdicts which I read the verdicts with which you agreed?
Yes.
Mr. Daringer, are those the verdicts with which you agreed? Yes. Mr. H, are those the verdicts with which you agreed?
Yes, they are.
Mr. M, are those the verdicts with which you agreed? Yes. I do not need to ask the foreperson, as his signature appeared on the verdicts. Ms. C, are those the, Mr. C, are those the verdicts with which you agreed? Ms. W, are those the verdicts with which you agreed? Yes, Mr. M, are those the verdicts with which you agreed?
Yes, sir.
This has been a presentation by Criminal Aperture. Consider subscribing if you enjoy the content, and remember, stay safe, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next video.